this is Kilo, November 4, Sierra Victor Golf in East Tennessee. Trying to call on CS-2000 to see if you can get a copy, see what kind of signal you're getting.
I got you pretty good on my Georgia SDR. What's the name there?
SDR. What's the name there?
My name is Johnny, Kilo, November 4, Sierra Victor Golf.
Give me that call sign one more time.
Give me that call sign one more time.
Station calling Sierra Victor Golf. Give me your call sign totally phonetically.
Calling Sierra Victor Golf. Give me your call sign totally phonetically.
Kilo, November 4, Sierra Victor Golf.
Roger, Sierra Victor Golf. And Johnny, what's your location, sir?
Roger, Sierra Victor Golf. And Johnny, what's your location, sir?
I'm about 30 miles east of Knoxville, Tennessee, about 35 miles from the Smoky Mountain National Park.
All right, sir. I'm assuming now that you're using that supplied hand mic, and the best way to run that hand mic is pull it to the corner of your lips and talk across it. Do not talk directly into it. Pull it to the corner of your lips and talk across it, Roger.
Directly into it. Pull it to the corner of your lips and talk across it, Roger.
10-4, do you have any suggestions for the mic gain or the carrier?
Listening to it, what I would like for you to do is that we have a set-up procedure. First thing is to be sure you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. If you're not familiar with that, maybe look it up in the book at your convenience later on. But we want to be, it's called the wide transmit bandwidth, 100 to 2900. That will give you the opportunity to operate your transmitter as best as possible, giving you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's yard, Roger.
Just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's yard, Roger.
10-4, copy that. I'll do that. I'll go to the manual and I'll read it. And, repeat again the bandwidth.
100 to 2900. It's called transmit bandwidth, TBW, 100 to 2900. It might be called something else, but it's the operating bandwidth of your transmitter, and we want it set at 100 to 2900, Roger.
Transmitter, and we want it set at 100 to 2900, Roger.
Roger, I appreciate it. Thank you a lot. I don't use this TS-2000 a whole lot. Actually, I use the TS-440 more than I do anything, and I just recently purchased a used and I'm trying to learn how to use the TS-2000. So I disconnect the antennas and I turn the other receiver off. I got free. But anyway, I'll thank you for your help.
Roger, there's some other part to the setup there if you would be interested. We usually suggest running the compressor processor at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. We're just looking for a third of the capability of that compressor processor, Roger.
Of the capability of that compressor processor, Roger.
Roger. Thank you. A lot of help. I appreciate it.
All right, and then from there, we move to your, hang on just a minute. Move to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and look at your ALC meter. As you say the word audio, you become a human test tone generator and adjust the mic gain until your ALC meter is running 2/3 or 7, whichever comes first, Roger.
Running 2/3 or 7, whichever comes first, Roger.
10-4. Turning it up. Okay. That seems about right there.
Yeah, we want to be just to the right-hand side of middle, right to the right-hand side of middle, Roger.
Of middle, right to the right-hand side of middle, Roger.
Roger. It looks like where it's peaking, just a little to the left-hand side, so I'll turn it up a hair more. I don't know if that helped the audio, but it's where it's supposed to be on the meter.
Yes, sir. Well, see, that's a modulation indication, and you want to be, like I say, to the right of middle. And with that in reading at that point, you'll be a 3 dB dynamic range in your audio, and your modulation index will be 80 to 85%, which is a nice average percent of pitch modulation. So that's why we suggest that, Roger.
Percent of pitch modulation, so that's why we suggest that, Roger.
Roger, yeah. My antenna is just a long wire. It's about 135 feet. I use the antenna tuner on the other receivers, transceivers. I don't use it with the TS-2000 because it's got its own built-in tuner.
Yes, so usually your built-in antenna tuners are good for about a 3 standing wave. You know, a 3 standing wave, a built-in antenna tuner can usually handle that. Roger, Roger?
A built-in antenna tuner can usually handle that. Roger, Roger?
Yes. So would you suggest using the internal or using the external antenna tuner?
Well, if you have the external antenna tuner, you might as well go ahead and use that, because it will take the strain off the internal one, because it's a whole lot easier to replace an external antenna tuner versus having to ship your radio in to replace an internal antenna tuner. Roger?
Ship your radio in to replace an internal antenna tuner. Roger?
Roger, appreciate that. Yeah, I've actually got two. One of them I don't even have hooked up. It was for a mobile, but it's just a deluxe, MFJ deluxe tuner tube, so it works pretty good on my boat anchor and also the other 2 transceivers.
Yes, sir. So like I say, your audio is just beautiful. And I would run it just like that to maintain your proximity to microphone. And if you wanted to, you could leave your ALC meter out over a period of a couple of weeks and just observe. You got to have something to do as you're talking to everybody, so just leave that ALC meter out, and you know where the sweet spot is, about 2/3 on that ALC meter, and that's where you want to try to keep it with your voice, and over a period of time you'll develop a nice relationship with that meter, and you'll be able to keep it right there. Roger?
Relationship with that meter, and you'll be able to keep it right there. Roger?
Roger, Lexi. I haven't used this too much. Like I say, I started out with a boat anchor, TS-520, went up to a 440, and now I'm almost at 2,000. Eventually I'll get you 7,300, but that's not anywhere near in the future. But I do appreciate your help. You've helped me a lot. I thank you a whole lot.
Roger, Roger, Johnny, 73, sir. You have a great afternoon, a beautiful weekend, and we'll have this uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So just go to YouTube, do a call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. Will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,900, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So 73. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.